I never thought I'd be the guy smashing a car window in the middle of the night, glass shattering like my whole damn life. But there I was, knuckles bleeding, staring at my wife, Emily, tangled up with some bastard in the back seat of her Toyota. My name's Henry Grayson, and up until that moment, I thought I had a decent life, married 10 years, a little house in suburban Ohio, a job selling insurance that paid the bills. But that night, everything I knew exploded into a million jagged pieces. It started 2 days earlier, when Emily's dad, Tom, called me out of the blue. Tom's a gruff old guy, retired truck driver, not the type to meddle. His voice was low, shaky, like he'd been wrestling with whether to dial my number. "Henry," he said, "I don't know how to say this, but I saw Emily with some guy at that diner off Route 12. They weren't just talking, you know? I think she's stepping out on you." I laughed it off at first, but the way he said it, the pity in his tone, it stuck in my gut like a rusty nail. She'd been a nightmare lately, snapping at me over nothing, disappearing for hours with lame excuses like book club or girls' night. She'd come home smelling like cheap wine and something else, something musky I couldn't place. I'd ask where she'd been, and she'd roll her eyes, call me paranoid, tell me to stop being such a loser. That was her favorite line lately. "You're such a loser, Henry." It stung every time, but I swallowed it because I loved her. God help me, I still did, even after what Tom said. That night, I couldn't shake it. She said she was meeting her friend Sarah at some bar downtown. I waited an hour, pacing our living room, the TV blaring some dumb reality show she liked. Then I grabbed my keys. I wasn't even sure what I was doing, just needed to know. I drove to the bar, parked across the street, and watched. No Emily. No Sarah. Just a bunch of strangers spilling out, laughing, drunk. My phone buzzed, her text. "Home late. Don't wait up." That's when the rage started bubbling, hot and sour in my chest. I drove to the diner Tom mentioned, then the park, then the grocery store parking lot she liked for quick errands. Nothing. I was about to give up when I saw her car, that silver Toyota, tucked behind an abandoned gas station off the highway. The windows were fogged up, and it was rocking subtle, but enough. My heart slammed against my ribs like it wanted out. I parked, got out, and crept closer, my sneakers crunching on gravel. That's when I heard her laugh, that high-pitched giggle she used when she was flirting, followed by a man's low grunt. I don't remember deciding to do it. 1 second, I was peering through the window, seeing her bare legs wrapped around some guy with a stupid man bun, and the next I was swinging my fist through the driver's side glass. It shattered with a pop, shards raining down, and Emily screamed, "Henry, what the hell?" The guy, a suntanned, muscled prick, scrambled to pull up his pants, yelling, "Who's this psycho?" I didn't answer. I ripped the rearview mirror off the windshield and smashed it on the pavement, the crack echoing in the night. Emily was half-dressed, mascara streaking her face, shouting, "You're insane. Get out of here." But I was already gone, snapping a photo of the wrecked car with my phone, glass everywhere, her bra dangling from the seat, and posting it to Instagram with no caption. I drove home shaking, the blood on my hand mixing with sweat. My phone blew up, texts from her, calls from her friends, even a DM from Sarah saying, "What's wrong with you?" I didn't reply. I sat on the couch, staring at that photo online, watching the likes pile up, the comments rolling in. "Dude, you okay? What happened?" Savage move. Emily didn't come home that night. I didn't sleep either, just sat there, replaying every fight, every lie, every time she'd smirked and called me a loser. The next morning, she stormed in, still wearing last night's clothes, her blonde hair a mess. "You humiliated me," she screeched, throwing her purse at me. It hit the wall, spilling lipstick. That's when I knew Tom was right. "Who is he?" I asked, voice flat. She froze, then laughed, bitter and sharp. "You don't get to ask that after what you did. You're pathetic, Henry." She grabbed a bottle of wine from the counter, popped it open, and chugged straight from it, glaring at me like I was dirt. I should have walked away, but I didn't. "I saw you," I said. "In the car. With him." Her face went white, then red. She lunged at me, clawing at my shirt, and I shoved her back, not hard, but enough. She stumbled, dropped the bottle, and it smashed on the tile, red wine pooling like blood. "I hate you," she spat, and ran upstairs. I heard the bedroom door slam, then lock. That's when I started digging. I grabbed her laptop from the kitchen. She'd left it open, too cocky to think I'd check. Her email was a goldmine. Flirty messages to Jake, some gym rat she'd met at her yoga class. "Can't wait to see you tonight," she'd written yesterday. "Henry's clueless." There were photos too, selfies of her in lingerie I'd never seen, his hands on her. I printed them, hands trembling, and taped them to the fridge. Evidence. Proof I wasn't crazy. She came down later, saw the pictures, and lost it. You're disgusting, she screamed, ripping them down. I want a divorce. I just stared at her, this woman I'd loved, now a stranger with venom in her eyes. Who's Jake? I asked again. She smirked, leaning close. Better than you in every way. The next few days were a blur of rage. I followed her again, saw her meet him at a sleazy motel. I didn't confront them, just watched, took photos, noted the time. I decided to make an effort to ruin her life. Thank you for listening to the story to the end. Please like, share your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel.